fishing man out on the lake. All you need is a line and a pole that'll never break.
Hey there, Rednecks Preppies, Redneck Preppies. It's me, the Redneck Preppy. How you doing today? Great? Good. So recently I made a video about some basic maintenance that you can do for your spinning reels, and since the Redneck Preppy is all about diversity and inclusion, today we're going to look at Baitcaster maintenance. That, it's minus 34 degrees Celsius or minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill, so I don't have a lot else to do. Like the spinning reel video, this is meant to be a field stripping clean, so if you want to disassemble your Baitcaster down to the atoms, this video is not for you. Supplies are the same as we used for the spinning reel video. We got ourselves a rag for cleaning. We've got some reel grease, some reel oil. We got ourselves these cotton swabs that I particularly like, the ones with the pointy end and the wide end. And we got ourselves a screwdriver for screwdrivering. Today's patient is this Abu Garcia Baitcaster reel. I believe that this is a Silvermax. Yes. This reel sits on a rod which basically lives inside of my Jeep the entire fishing season and gets used a fair bit. So if there's a candidate for some maintenance, this fine lady should be it. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to assume that you have moved the reel from the rod already. Otherwise, do so now as it makes this work a lot easier. Now, the first thing you're going to do is tape the line down in the spool. I went a little crazy here. That'll prevent it from uncoiling from the spool once you, remove the spool. Like I said, apparently I went a little crazy with that. You don't need quite that much. Now, our next step is to remove this side plate. Now, there are minor differences amongst reels how to do that. Some of them have a latch which flips up and then turns out, and some of them magically levitate off. This one has a screw here which holds this side. So you just basically move that up and move that out. And as you can see, pretty much everything pops off at the same time. So you've got your side plate with the magnetic drag system. You've got your spool now. On the other side, you have the spool tensioning knob, which can be removed pretty easily. So you just basically, oh boy, keep screwing that off until finally it comes off. It might be a bit of a pain to take off because the star drag can get in the way, but you know, if you just fiddle diddle with it, it's not that hard. Now, some people remove the handle as well. I consider that optional. It doesn't really matter to me. Most of them pretty much remove the same way. You'll have a screw here and a bolt here. In this case, it's a Phillips head screw that you'll need, and I'm thinking that's a 10 millimeter wrench that you'll need to take this off. Underneath, you'll find a couple of washer-like things and a gear, a bearing, which you can then oil. I don't do that as a matter of practice because I find it unnecessary. This is a pretty closed off system. And that's it for disassembly. That wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, we'll start with the cleaning. First, we'll give the inside of the side plate a cleaning, and we're looking at this channel here as your primary area for cleaning. Yeah, a lot of grunge can build up in there. Yeah, look at that. So you just want to give that a little bit of a wipe. You might also give this a light cleaning as well. That's the bearing that's a bearing. And that's basically it. You don't have to go crazy. You can also moisten these ends with some water or some isopropyl alcohol to assist in the cleaning. Yeah, see, there's dirt in there. These were dirty girls, but they earned their dirty reputation, I can assure you of that. Next, we can give the worm gear a clean. That's this part right here. You don't want to go too crazy here because you don't want the fibers from the cotton swab to kind of introduce themselves here, and you want to give it a bit of a spin to make sure that you get all sides of it. Yeah. Dope. We're only looking to remove dirt and oil grease, not leave anything behind. You want to clean inside the line guide here, because every single inch of your line goes through that line guide. Okay. You can also clean the other side of where that spool sits. That's right here. You can use the wide and the narrow to get in there. And finally, with our rag, we'll give the main shaft that our spool sits on a bit of a clean too. And you can wipe around here too if you like. There you go. Okay, now that we're complete most of our cleaning, we can actually start with the lubrication. Taking our spool in hand, we are just going to put a drop of oil on this tip, as well as this tip. And I also typically put some right here in this bearing. Not too much. I think I kind of overdid a touch there, but there you go. Your spool is lubricated. Now, we will also put a drop of oil right here on this bearing for the side plate. You can also use a cotton swab there to do that if that's easier for you. Now here is one of two places where we're actually going to use grease. One is on the worm gear. So we're just going to spin this so it gets to one end to give us maximum room to work with. And you just put a little bit on that worm gear. And then do so on the other side as well. And then just turn the handle a few times just to work that grease in there. The other place that we use grease is right there where the worm gear terminates. So you don't want to put too much in there. I want a little nuts. There we go. We'll get rid of this grease since we don't need it anymore. Okay, next, the tension knob. This is actually a brake. This is what, when you tighten it, it tensions up. So you want to put just a little bit of oil in there, not too much. Not too much. That might have been a touch too much. We'll just kind of wipe that away. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably still a little too much, but all right. Then we can put a little bit of oil here. Doesn't seem to come out. Okay. Now we're going to put a touch of oil on each handle. So I put some there and I put some in between there. And just spin it around just to work it in there. If you got one of those oil dispensers with a needle end, that'll probably work just as well. Okay. Now, that's it for the lubricating. See, this wasn't so hard. Now we'll just put the reel back together. Okay, with everything back together, you may as well wipe down the reel's body, to remove any lubricants that you may have inadvertently spread over the surface, as well as any remaining dirt that you didn't get before. Finally, you'll want to take your screwdriver and just, make sure to check all the screws on the reel body. Make sure they're all tight. You don't want to He-Man the damn things. You're just making sure they're tight. One thing that I do like to do when a reel is going to sit for a while is loosen both the spool and the drag tension. Great thing with bait casters is that you have to set the tension for each lure anyway, so you're not likely to forget to adjust it when you use the reel for the first time the next season. And it's certainly not hard to tell that your drag is very loose when you're using a bait caster. And voila, you're complete. It's probably easier for many people to actually clean and maintain a bait caster than it is to use one for the first while. At any rate, if you want to go further and disassemble the other side of the reel, where the gears are, and apply some grease there, feel free to. I found that unless you're doing a deep cleaning due to environmental contamination, that you don't really need to, as it's a fairly closed off area. But there are those who like to do it once a year, so feel free to if that's your wish. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you found it at least marginally useful to you. As always, I hope you have yourself a great day and have tight lines whenever it warms up out there. Take care, and bye-bye.